Here we have some progression work for being on our toes for our jump ropes. So I start with a few rock backs onto my toes and onto my heels, kind of getting used to getting up onto my toes. Then I pulse, and then you can use those same kind of workouts or same little routine on 25-pound plate or a 45-pound plate. If those plates are a little bit too big, grab a 10, grab a 15, whatever pleases you. As long as you're getting the full range of motion all the way up, all the way down. Again, this is kind of getting you used to being on your toes for the jump rope. So now we're going to move on to the actual jumping. As you can see, I'm going to use that same motion, but I'm just going to come off the ground ever so slightly into my jump. I'm going to start with singles, maybe I go into doubles, maybe I hit a triple, and maybe I string some together like I have done here. Again, this is just kind of getting you used to that jumping motion, so we can get used to actually jumping with the rope. So now I'm going to move on to our tap. If you remember in the elements class, we always used a tap to mimic a rope passing under our feet. So that's what I'm doing here. I strongly encourage you to revert back to this if you're struggling with those single unders, and if you're even struggling with double unders, definitely go back to this little routine. Jump, hit your side once for a single under, jump and hit your side twice for a double under before you come back to the ground. Again, use this progression if you're really struggling with the jump rope pattern. So a little on our jump rope position, our arms are going to be nice and straight. Our hands are just going to be in our peripherals down to our side. And this is kind of the starting position we need to be in and also be in throughout our jump roping. So as you can see, I'm going to start with some singles, just kind of getting used to twisting the rope. If you've never used a jump rope before, I definitely highly suggest getting used to the jump rope by twisting it a couple times. As you can see, I'm also using the double hop as a progression. That way you do 2 hops per 1 jump. Here's one thing you want to avoid is using your arms. So as you can see, I look like a birdie or a swimmer. This is what you want to avoid. You're using a lot of energy doing so, and you're dragging the rope across the ground, which could catch your feet at any time. So stick to the double jump. Again, if you're not used to jump roping, to kind of move into this progression, nice and slow, jump a little bit higher. Again, here I am twisting my arms a little much, but I'm going to exaggerate that jump a little bit more, and that's going to kind of get you in a better position for our double under practice. So those who are going from singles to doubles, you want to think about jumping a little bit higher. So if you struggle with that first rep, I definitely suggest this progression here, kind of twisting your arms with the rope around, getting a feel for when to jump, and then maybe you go into your double jump. Again, this is just in case if you've never used a jump rope, this is a good progression for you to learn how to spin the rope for the first time. So I'm going to go into my progressional work. I'm going to start with a double hop, then I'm going to go into singles, and then hit a dub, go back to my singles. This is going to help you learn to control your rope to your jump. Definitely suggest this progression. And once you get better at it, you can move into your double unders. And then also notice again where my arm positioning is and how much more wrist I'm using than arm. So a couple of common errors I see are the knees to chest jump rope and the pike or dolphin jump rope. So again, if you are one of these people, make sure we practice staying tall. We don't want to be bringing our knees to chest, or we don't want to be kicking our feet out in front like a dolphin. Naturally, our bodies are going to shoot our feet back to the ground, and that's when we're going to catch the rope. So again, you want to try to stay nice and tall throughout your double under, staying straight up and down, bouncing up and down on those toes. And happy jump roping, everyone.